Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jose. Um, Something that came to mind today was that when it comes to astrology, a lot of times I get this feeling that it's like you try to analyze it too much to a point where it's like, okay, so this is this placement, this and that, and all that stuff. Um, yes, it's who we are, technically, but at the same time, it's more about think about it this way. As you're reading your chart, as you're getting to know the chart, you are also getting to know yourself. So, and as vice versa, if you get to know yourself, you're basically doing the same thing. So when you get to know someone, for example, you know that I've read this once where it's like if you're reading someone's chart or you get to know them a little bit and you realize that they have this sort of tendency or whatever, this proclivity or whatever you want to call it, that why I read that it's like, so why be surprised, basically? Why be surprised that they behave this way when you've already seen it in your chart? Well, the thing about the chart is that about astrology is like when you get to know someone through their chart, yes, it's kind of like it's who they are, so why be surprised? But at the same time, we don't do that too as humans. We say, okay, we get to know them through the chart. We read the chart, okay, then all of a sudden, and then we kind of forget about it. And then we get surprised knowing that, oh, this person has sun in da da da, moon in this, and ascendant in this, and then Saturn in this, and all that stuff, and all a bunch of whatever placements there are. Um, and then we get surprised when it's like, oh, they don't, you know. So really, if you think about it, it has nothing to do with really getting to know someone, but at the same time, it is. If that makes sense. So the whole point I'm making is that treat it with awareness. When you're reading a chart, treat it with awareness and as if, okay, you're reading this and you're reading that, you're getting this, you're getting that. But it's not anything else but just that. So we came into this life, we already heard this probably for those who have heard this a lot. We're a lot of times we tend to rely so much on labels that we forget that there's a reason for quotes. That they're not there because it's like, oh, it's nice, oh, it's pleasant. No, it's more than that. When we see a person, see that at whatever they're going through, whatever their personality is, even who you think they are, even yourself, it's part of the journey. It's not really who we are. You're just getting to know their journey, if that makes sense. Okay, so keep that in mind. It's more about getting to know their journey and how it coincides with yours. Because if it's really I don't know how to explain this, but I guess it's kind of like it's kind of who they are as the role they're playing, if that makes sense. It all ties in together with probably what you've heard from other people who posted so many things and other YouTubers out there. So just keep this in mind when you're reading it. So I just wanted to make this kind of short, it's 5 minutes, but very short video. I wanted to kind of remind you that astrology isn't an end all be all, but at the same time, it can provide so much information about yourself and the journey you're in, potential things that could happen. That's another thing. When you're talking about a chart, sometimes we think it's like, oh, this person, this, and and then when you read for someone, for example, and they say, no, that doesn't resonate with me, da, da, da. Well, that's because sometimes we'll think, oh, maybe because of the placement, because of the aspect and all that stuff. Yes, but at the same time, it's probability, right? Just because, let's say, for example, someone has Uranus in the eighth house does not mean that they're going to die a very strange way. That's possible. But at the same time, that's the thing about possibility, right? It's 50-50. But we don't want to leave it up to fate and destiny to, you know, we want to trust that we are on this path for a reason. That's where the fate is. But we still have a choice in how we get there. When I say get there, as in the whole thing we experience, life itself is a learning process. So we get caught up too much on the methodology, the techniques, and the information, all that stuff. We forget that these are just guides. As Eckhart puts it, these are stepping stones. So let's not be too caught up with the whole like, oh, this is what it is, and this is what it is. But at the same time, let's not, that's not real. Astrology for me is fun. So when I do astrology, it's like, oh, that's cool. I'm getting to read this. And then, just be curious, treat it with curiosity and awareness, just be present as you do it. And you'll realize it's like, oh, that's cool. And that's it. So have fun with it. Okay? Have fun with the whole thing. This is exactly why I've been doing these videos. Have fun. Have fun. Have fun. As a kind of burp. Thank you very much for watching. Very pleasant ending for a video. But if you have any questions, comment down below, whatever your experiences are. Anything, connect, connect, connect. Can't assume just because whatever you're watching is what you want it to be. It doesn't mean you don't get anything out of it. I'm sure you do. Okay, just saying same things in the same manner, I get something out of what you guys tell me. So please comment down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. I had a heavy dinner. So I'm kind of like, no, thank you for watching again. I'll see you later. Bye.